Russian President Vladimir Putin marked National Unity Day in Russia's Russia in Moscow. Speaks to members of public associations, youth and voluntary organizations at a flower flooring ceremony at the monument of Kuzma Minin. Dmitry Pozharsky, Sputnik Mikhail through Metzel Pool. Get rights to obtain license rights Moscow. November 6 Vladimir Putin thought that Kremlin chief should guide Russia for the most dangerous period 6 years, and decided to run in March presidential elections, which is a movement that will keep him power by at least 2030. Kanaklar, he said. In June, after breaking an armed rebellion by Wagner group leader, Putin took action to support basic base in regional voters outside security forces, armed forces and Moscow, and Wagner was firmly brought to heels. Putin has gained many public appearances, including regions in recent months, while Russian defense, weapons and general budget expenditures have increased. Decided will work, one of the sources that have information about planning said. Another source, which introduced to the thought of Kremlin, confirmed that a decision was made and that Putin preparing for the participation of his advisors. The other three sources said that the decision to execute in the March 2024 presidential elections. One of them said that choreographed clue would come in a few weeks and confirmed Kommersant newspaper report last month, although many diplomats say that they expect Putin remain in power for life. Putin's plans to continue be re-elected have not been a special confirmation. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov added that Putin has not yet commented on this issue and added the campaign has not yet been announced. On the last day of 1999, 71-year-old Putin, who was given to the presidency by Boris Yeltsin, has defeated Leonid Brezhnev's 18-year term since Joseph Stalin and served as president for longer than other Russian rulers. If the diplomats run again, Putin says that he is not a serious opponent who can threaten his chances of votes. Nevertheless, Putin faces the most serious challenges faced by any Kremlin chief since Mikhail Gorbachev has struggled with the Soviet Union that crumbled more than 30 years ago. The war in Ukraine has triggered greatest confrontation with West since 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. And Western sanctions have been greatest external shock to Russian economy for decades. However, the biggest direct threat to Putin's ongoing rule came in June when Russia's most powerful mercenaries, Yevgeny Prigozhin, a short-lived rebellion. Prigozhin was killed in an aircraft accident 2 months after mutiny, and Putin used Ministry Defense and National Guards to expand control of his allies over remains. Wagner's power. The West through Putin dictator as war criminal directed Russia to weakening of Russia and led it to an empiral-style soil grab that unites the West gave NATO renewed mission. However, Putin presents war as a part of a much wider struggle with the